What's going on, people? Welcome back to Curtis Shaw TV, back with another live watch-along today. Champions League action, Chelsea against Atletico Madrid from Stamford Bridge. Should be a good game. Obviously, Chelsea got that great victory away from home in Madrid. Former Arsenal player Olivier Giroud with the goal, and it was an excellent goal as well. This should be a very big second leg. You know, Atletico, top of the La Liga. They're going to need to come here and attack Chelsea and put them under pressure. So should be a very good game. Big up to everyone in the chat. Appreciate you tuning in. Hope you're all safe and well. And I will show you the teams shortly. And then you can get your predictions in. Nathan said, I'm hoping for a Luis Suarez masterclass. Let's see, man. They need to score tonight. That's for certain. Fresh Prince, big up. Ashton said, I wonder what Curtis must think of Mohamed El Nene's opinion of Salah as the best African footballer of all time. Can you imagine a guy not even on Mahrez's level? I mean, listen, that's the thing. I always say the thing about the beautiful game, man, it's just opinions. Who am I to tell him he's wrong? You know, I don't agree with him. Salah, look, I can understand why he would name him. He's his fellow countryman. He's won the Champions League. He's won the Premier League. So I see why he would say that, even though I don't agree. But listen, football is a game of opinions, and that's what it is, man. Sharif, big up, bro. Gunnar Vettel, 2-1 Atletico. I think, yeah, people saying Drogba, George Weah, Yaya Toure, Samuel Eto'o, Sadio Mane. Those sort of guys. At least Salah is on time for the bus. Unlike your boy Aubameyang, right? Drogba, Eto'o, definitely. Drogba, Eto'o, George Weah for me. I would say those three. Those three, really. I know Eto'o won. I think Eto'o is the only player, is it, to win back-to-back trebles. He won the treble at Barca and then went to Inter and won it with the Champions League as well. JJ Okocha. Hi, Curtis. Big up. Awesome streams lately. Wanted to ask, were you in Copenhagen for the UEFA Cup final in 2000 when we played Galatasaray? Lost on penalties. Another European final we should have won. No, I was only a kid them times, man. So no, I didn't get to go, unfortunately. And then 2006 for the Champions League final, I tried to go. I actually the tickets were just too expensive, man. I had to walk away from it. I'm glad I didn't, go all out and and pay all that money. Curtis's neighbor said, Curtis, hopefully no screaming tomorrow. A whole street can hear you. Hey, do you know what? It might be calm if we just, tomorrow just go 1 or 2-0 up and keep it calm. But, if Olympiacos score 1 or 2 goals, then, the neighbours might be going crazy. Gunnin Solman said, yo, Big C, can't believe you bought that training range hoodie. Oh, you're going to get memed, Oh, man. Had to do it, man. Had to do it. I like the colour scheme, and I like 424 clothing anyway. So, like I said before, man, a standard 424 hoodie, right, is expensive. So, for example, I'll show you. I'll just show you so you can figure out why I actually bought this hoodie. Because a lot of people were like, "Why did you buy it?" I think it's worth the money for if you know how much those things come at. If you look here, this is a 424 hoodie. Look how plain this hoodie is, by the way. This has just got the 424 in the middle, nothing else, right? 424, £225 reduced from 315. That's more than double the Arsenal one. So, and that's just plain black with the 424 in the middle. The Arsenal one has obviously got a little red detail on the arms, got the Arsenal badge, £100, and it's 424, and it's limited edition. Bargain, mate, absolute bargain. And for the people slandering me, the money doesn't I believe someone was saying 5% of the shirt sales go to the actual football club because Adidas pay the money up front anyway. So us buying the merch, man, it don't make much difference. But yeah, I mean, you know, it is what it is, isn't it? You know, it is what it is. Big up my brother, 80 Francis. Oh, good business that with your team's badge on as well. No brainer. Come on, bro. Do you know what I'm saying? Light work. Makes sense. Limited edition as well, man. You know, you'll be able to flip that. People, you should have probably bought it just to flip it. You know, it's sold out already. I guarantee you'll see that hoodie on eBay for like 182 bills. You know, maybe even 250. The t-shirt's 85. Apparently it's on eBay now for like 150 quid. So, you know, it's a pandemic, people. You got to do what you got to do. Bro, you got to buy a bargain when it comes up. You know what I mean? And for content purposes as well. Sometimes I have to drop on a little Arsenal something, but we know it's Arsenal Fashion Club. You know what time it is. The prices are a rip-off still. Proper extortion, you know. But hey, it is what it is, man. Right, let's have a look at the teams, people. Let's have a look at the teams. Is this going to be the Luis Suarez show? Is he going to, you know, mash up Chelsea? I'm not totally sure that Chelsea are going to get through, you know. I'm going to be honest. But, you know, let's have a look at the teams, people. Here's the Chelsea lineup. Lots of money in their team, you know. You always look on the bench and there's so much money on the bench. But, hey, rich club, eh? Mendy in goal. Aspilicueta, Zuma and Rudiger. I believe it's a back three. And then James and Alonso as wing backs. Midfield of Kante, Kovacic, and Ziyech, Werner, and Havertz, the front three. I don't actually know where they play these three because I saw Havertz playing centrally the other week with Werner on the left. So I don't actually know who they play up front. Werner was obviously the striker when they bought him. But from what I believe, they've been playing Havertz false nine with Timo Werner off the left. And Hakim Ziyech on the right. Kepa, Caballero, Emerson, Chilwell, Gilmore, and Joe Rin, Hudson-Odoi, Pulisic, and Giroud. So on the bench this time, you've got, 70 million Kepa, 50 million Chilwell. You got 50 million Pulisic. So that's 70, 50, 50. So there's 170. Giroud was about 17 mil. So there's 187 mil. I think Emerson was about 13, 14 mil. So they got over 200 million on the bench. You know, they've got so much dough, man. But hey, it is what it is. So there's the Chelsea team. Not bad. I don't know what I make of this Chelsea team. There's a lot of expensive players, a lot of players that are kind of playing within themselves when I watch them. One thing I do believe, I think they've got a very good manager. I think they've got a very, very good manager. I wasn't totally convinced of his quality, but from what I've seen of him in the Prem, he looks really good, man. Here's the Atletico Madrid team. Lots of quality there. So, you know, not many teams in Europe still play 4-4-2, you know. Yano Black in goal. Jimenez is back. I'm pretty sure he didn't play the first game. Trippier is back. You know, this guy was getting done for putting on bets and stuff earlier in the season. I think he had a 10-match ban or something for putting on bets. You know, Savic and Jimenez at centre-back. Renan Lodi at left-back. Carrasco left wing. You know, Arsenal very nearly signed Carrasco when Unai Emery was the manager. I remember that January we were looking at him. I think he was playing in China at the time. Saul and Koke in the middle with Llorente on the right and João Felix and Luis Suarez up front. I mean, I don't know why. I just don't know why. I've got a feeling that Atletico are going to trouble Chelsea tonight. I don't know why. I just think they're top of the league. They're going to have a go at them this time. As you can see, Arsenal player Lucas Torreira on the bench. He doesn't hardly seem to get a kick for them. Grebic, Sam Ramon, Felipe, Hermoso, Vasalico, Kondogbia, Torreira, Lamar, Hector Herrera, Vitolo, Correa, and Dembele. Lamar, of course, the famous 90 million offer that Arsenal made on deadline day all them years ago for Thomas Lemar. Arsene Wenger said he was the future left winger of French football. And now he finds himself on the bench at Atletico Madrid. And I'm not even sure if he gets in the French squad anymore, to be honest. Strange how things happen. Kondogbia as well, a player who's linked with Arsenal a lot. Curtis, I'm a United fan and want Chelsea to go through. Should I feel bad? Do you know what? What's people's opinions on supporting fellow English clubs in Europe? Do you guys, like, if you support Arsenal, United, will you support the other English teams? Or do you just want them to go out? Are you like, listen, all the English teams, I want them to go out? Tim Smith said, watch the Real Madrid game yesterday. What a player, Junior Vinicius. He's very inconsistent, though. He's very inconsistent, Vinicius. Sometimes he's very good. Sometimes he's shocking. Dodged a bullet with Lamar, was never worth them numbers. No, I don't want to see it. Don't get why people do. New training kit next week. Take your time with it. You won't get me doing that, bro. You ain't going to get me down that road. Generally, no success for anyone. But Arsenal, Curtis, I'm telling you, man. When they play against Tottenham, I'll support them, yeah. I don't mind Chelsea or Spurs, but wouldn't want Arsenal, Liverpool or City. Oh, dear. I'm a diehard Atletico fan today. Pete or Havertz? Both good players. Havertz a very good player, but he hasn't really produced much yet. It's a tough one. I thought Havertz was going to tear the Premier League up. I'm not going to lie. Neither one of them have really got in the zone yet. Mike said, as an Arsenal fan, I want City to stop teams like Spurs and United from winning trophies. I feel like, if I'm honest, when City win trophies, it doesn't bother me. I know about 2 or 3 Man City fans. There's nothing really happens when Man City win a trophy anyway. When them other teams win trophies, Liverpool, United, Chelsea, it's very difficult for Arsenal fans to deal with it. I won't say Tottenham because we know Tottenham, they don't really win trophies. But, well, if you want to count the Audi Cup. Good point there, Omar. He's saying that he supported Liverpool against Spurs. Yeah, I agree with that. I did as well. Curtis, are you aware that former Spurs player Terry Fenwick is the head coach of Trinidad and Tobago national team? Man is going absolutely mad down here. No, I didn't even know that, Did not know that. How's the Trinidad team looking? I know they've had good teams in the past. As you said, yeah, Liverpool Champions League final. If Tottenham would have won that Champions League final, oh my, I don't know what Arsenal, I don't know how they could have recovered from that. I really don't. Like, for them to have overtaken, well, I don't even want to think about it, but thankfully, Liverpool handled business, Audi Cup, yeah, come on, man. I think I've won bigger trophies than that myself, Gunnar Vettel said, Curtis, are you going to do a watch along for the draw on Friday? Acting like we're already through, but that's how it is. I will do a draw as long as we're in it, of course. But I don't think it will go wrong. I think we're good, man. No, I think we're good. I think we'll be there. So, yeah, I will do a watch along for that. Curtis, Joshua or Fury, you excited? Very excited. I love boxing. Boxing is probably my second favorite sport. It's going to be an interesting one. It's going to, like I always say, styles win fights. Because a boxer can beat him doesn't mean he can beat him. The difficulty with this fight for Joshua is that Joshua, to win, I think, has to knock Fury out. And that's very difficult because if it goes the distance, 12 rounds, Fury will stink out the place, He'll jab him and just stay behind the jab. And I think Joshua will struggle to get close to him. And it's hard to knock him out. So let's see. It's definitely a tricky one. I have to admit, I'm more of a Joshua fan. But it's a very difficult fight for him. Very difficult. But I'll be very excited to watch it, that's for sure. I'm glad that the deal's been signed, because as I said, I'm a big fan of boxing, man. Fury to win. Fury would do a Jose Mourinho, I'm telling you. Just set up shop, man, behind the jab. If AJ wants to win, he'll have to do it early. My money is on Fury, though. Fury is a top-class fighter and all-round offers a lot. Fury will batter him over 2 fights, in my opinion. He's definitely up there. Your top 5 boxers in the night is Tyson, my favourite. Most exciting, maybe not the best. I would go 90s. I'm thinking, was Mayweather even boxing in the 90s? I loved Evander Holyfield. He was one of my favourites. I can't even think right now. Lennox was decent. He represented England well, to be fair. Game's underway, by the way. Game's underway. And I would probably go Canelo and Mayweather, but they're probably 2000s, aren't they? So, greatest heavyweights were in the 70s. Oh, Nigel Benn. I did like Nigel Benn, to be fair. Big Frank, I was never the biggest fan of Big Frank, you know. Don Robbie v. Sammy and Nasri, only one winner there. Only one winner. Let's get this on the Tigger. There you go. Game's underway. Should be a very interesting game, this. Prince Nassim, he was box office, yeah. Roy Jones Jr. as well, yeah, another one. Calzaghe was a good boxer at middleweight. Eubank and Ben were definitely good. That's a great 5. That is a great 5 there. Holyfield was one of my favourites. Coffee mugs for sale. Merch. International break is next week, obviously, after the West Ham game on Sunday. We'll have a 2-week... Oh, here come Atletico. Blocked. Got a chance to cross it here. Whipped in. Oh, it's cleared by Chelsea. Yeah, international break this Sunday. Membership will go live during the international break. That's definite. And merch I'm just working on now. So that'll be there. Big up my boy Franny Green. Man's in here before I hit the airport on his way to England from Dubai, yeah? Jeez, let me know when you land, bro. Arsenal under 23s are doing poor this season, bro. What does it mean for our chances of bringing through new blood like ESR and Saka? I mean, look, there's still good players there, Balogun and that, but yeah, they seem to be struggling in that league. I saw they lost to Blackburn the other week, and we had Nelson playing, Balogun and Ketia, and got slapped up. So, yeah. Joel said, hey, Curtis, I'm 19 from Ireland. Happy St. Patrick's Day, my friend. My first ever game at the Emirates was 2-0 v Spurs in the FA Cup 2013. I think I'm a good luck charm. 2013, I'm trying to think who... was that when Rosicki chipped the goalkeeper? I'm trying to think. I feel like I was at that game, but I don't know if I'm confusing it with a different one. The match time stamps. Listen, do you know what? I will see. I've got a time thing designed, so possibly, but I'll see. I've got to see how it runs off the software, because believe it or not, a lot of people think you just put a timer on the screen and that. But because I work off StreamYard, you actually have to run an additional software along with StreamYard to transfer the timer. It's not as easy as it looks, especially doing it myself. Spent all the money on hoodies. The hoodie had to be done. Big Curtis, can I ask what your intro song's name is? Oh, I actually don't know the name of it, you know. I will find out and let you know, though, Alex. I will. I'll try and let you know in the next watch along. Miguel Aziz could break through. Could be a great CDM. He looks decent. Soon content coming strong when we reach 100, bro. 100. Time sync, so we're at 4 minutes now, exactly. 4 minutes exactly. You got 40 on Atleti, yeah? Jeez, what odds did you get? I was looking at the bets. Here come Chelsea on the right. Ball whipped in by James, cleared away. Chelsea just looked like a team that are set up to just draw 0-0. Curtis, get on to James Redmond. He sorted out a time clock recently for his Watchalong. I spoke to him. Someone set it up for him. But no, I will sort it, definitely. I've been onto it all week. KDB or Bruno? KDB for me, bro. Better all-round game. He's magic. You see his goal yesterday with his left foot crossbarring in. Yeah, KDB for me is a level above Bruno. I think Bruno's top class. I think KDB is world class. You know, but both top quality players. Big up Alvin, man. Like Curtis, what are you saying? Great to see that you're stress free, bro. When it's Arsenal, I'm all hyper. When it's not, I'm just calm. You know, Curtis, not gonna lie. I bet 2-1 Atleti, £20. I want to know what odds you lot are getting, people. What's the odds? I'm seeing 9-4 on Atletico. That's not bad, you know. 255. Wow. So if I put 20 on, what's it doing? And then you got Bayern Munich, but then Bayern might put a weak team out. Good day, Big C. Good day. Hope you're well. Hire someone to count in the background. Yeah, just do the time for me in the background. KDB is on another level. Big C, when you were a player, who was your biggest influence for the position you played in? I loved R9 Ronaldo. You know, I always used to study him and the way he played. Ian Wright. I love Nicolas Anelka. You know, prior to Henry, when Anelka was at Arsenal, there's a lot of strikers that I liked. I liked Robbie Fowler as well. You know, I like Robbie Fowler because he was left-footed. He just looked different, man. There was a lot. There was a lot of strikers. Adriano as well. Was a big fan of him. You know, I used to watch a lot of videos of strikers, man. Jamal says, big up Curtis and everyone here. Hit up the like button. Over 250 of you in here, man. Really appreciate you guys supporting the channel as always. If Anelka stayed at Arsenal, he would have scored more than Henry. Possibly he broke through that young. If he'd have stayed for that long amount of time, then you never know. Curtis asked Lee Chappie, did expressions time. Okay, fair enough. Fair enough. Yeah, that could be a good idea. Did you see Mustafi's own goal? Guy's an absolute clown, mate. You know, good riddance to him. Good riddance. Did you see Odegaard has asked the agent to start negotiations, but then apparently Real Madrid are talking about making it difficult, saying a 40 million pound to take him. Will Arsenal pay 40 million for him, you know? If you was the manager, what would be your style of play? I would have to attack. I would want pace. I want pace in the attack. I want to explode on the counter-attack, you know? Did you have any pre-match rituals, superstitions? I think I always used to put my sock on my left foot before my right, but nothing major. You know, there were certain players that had mad superstitions, you know? Big up Curtis, Irish coffee in the mug. Nah, man, I'm on the water. I might need maybe a Guinness later to celebrate St. Patrick's Day, you know? You know what? Just saying, it's still mathematically possible to win the league. Oh my days! Maybe the Europa League, not the Premier League. 40 million, they should bite their hand off. It'll be difficult. Madrid will want a lot of the money up front. Why is the timer so difficult, bro? I swear. Do you know what it is? The actual timer itself is not the problem. It's getting it. Basically, I bought a Mac just before Christmas. Didn't really know much about it. And I just bought a cheaper one, really, where you need high-spec computers to run like two softwares together and stuff like that, which is what you have to do with the timer. So when I tried it the other day, it was a bit laggy on the stream. And I'm thinking, I don't want to ruin my stream on this computer just for the sake of a timer. Because what's worse, not having the timer on there or having a laggy stream is going to be 10 times worse. So it might be a case of I actually need to get a new laptop. But I will try my best to get it done tomorrow. But if not, just bear with me. We'll get there. Don't worry. No, listen, no worries, man. I know from the outside, it's probably like, bro, just put a timer on your thing. Do you know what I mean? I actually thought, yo, surely I just insert a timer on there. But yeah, it's crazy. Tillemans has that passing that our midfielders don't have. Tillemans such a good player. Such a good player, man. People say he's a little bit slow, but he's a top player. Thoughts on you ain't getting me with that. Name your top 5 managers in world football. I'd say Klopp, Pep. Who would I go with? I see there aren't many top managers, really, is there? There's top managers who are a bit old at the back end of the career, like Ancelotti and Mourinho and people like that. Out of the new managers, I like Simeone, but sometimes a bit overly defensive. That's difficult. It's difficult to actually name 5 top managers. Zidane has been successful, but sometimes you're like, how good a manager is it? How good would he do away from? I like Antonio Conte. Big fan of Antonio Conte. He's doing bits. He's going to win Serie A, I think. Get a desktop more powerful. I know it's just the space issue, man. Why did you buy a Mac? I know. This is the thing. I went in there with very little advice. I just went in and just bought whatever. Rude boys in a Kingston. Oh yeah, let me see the big up John Layett with a super chat. Curtis, remember Shy FX original Nutter, that jungle tune, proper throwback. Them old school jungle tunes, man, in the raves back in the day. That's when the raves used to explode. You know what I mean? But no, I appreciate your super chat, bro. Wenger, Ferguson, Pep, Mourinho. I mean, yeah, obviously you can chuck them guys in, but obviously Ferguson and Wenger have retired now, but they would have definitely been in there. Arteta will become a top manager. Let's hope so. Go for the Dell XPS 13 next time. And listen, if any of you have got any recommendations for computers that are, you think are a lot better than the Mac, throw them in the comments. All the advice is welcomed, because what I don't want to do is buy another one and be in the same predicament, The person I speak to is like, get a Mac. And then I bought a Mac, and then a few people were like, I wouldn't have even bought a Mac. I would have got, something else. So if you know any specific names and models of laptops or desktops that are really powerful and really good, just slap them in the comments. I'm more than open to advice. Do you prefer to play as a lone striker or with another striker? I like playing in a front two, but for a long time, most teams have played with one up front, man. Most of them have gone with one up front. You need your wingers to become almost strikers. Stop pulling people away. Probably a front two, to be honest. When I was growing up, most teams played a front two. So I'll go with that. Curtis, get a PC, like a gaming one. Just get a top spec Mac or M1. Yeah, I was looking at the M1 today, actually. HP Elite books are slick, not going to lie. That's Lee Chappie. He's good with technology. I'll speak to him. Did you watch Henri's interview? It's brilliant. When Henri speaks, it's like I'm hypnotized by the guy, man. It's just like, I love the way he understands the game. I really hope he becomes a top manager. I really do. Somebody techie can wake Curtis up. I'm telling you, man. I'm telling you. Someone can get hired to work. Buy an iPad. Don't know about that. Pogba, one of the greatest midfielders. Nah, listen, man. You're talking talent. Yeah, Pogba's got crazy talent, but he hasn't produced enough at club level. He's been really good for France, but I just haven't seen enough from him at United. Really haven't. PC Alien deal for gaming, very powerful. Okay. I've heard about these gaming PCs. Do not get HP at all. Poor heat sink and support. We'll private message you. But yeah, appreciate that, Sebs, man. Hit me up. ZT15 Curtis, this might be controversial, but I think if Aubameyang was in the Invincibles team, he would be a better goal scorer than Henry. No. Because I tell you why. Because Thierry scores far more different goals than Aubameyang. Aubameyang's more of a poacher. You know, Henry was getting the ball in his own half and running past people. Henry was scoring free kicks. You know, yeah. There's no way. There's no way. Thai versus Belgium box office. Them two, man, they was hilarious when they did interviews together. Cannot go wrong on Alienware. What's your thoughts on Wenger becoming FIFA president? He changed the game like a boss. I don't mind, man. Do you know what? I'm surprised that Wenger never went back into management. I think when he came out of the game, I think he realized how much it was, you know, taken out of him physically. And then he probably thought, you know what? I don't even want to go back into management. No, Curtis, you need an 8-core CPU, 32 gigs of RAM. Okay, appreciate the advice. KDB or Kaka? Nah, Kaka done a lot more, man, at the moment. So I can't put KDB above him yet. Yeah, the game. Yeah, I almost forgot about the game. It's a corner to Chelsea. It's been a quiet game. Everything's really in the middle of the pitch. Corner will be whipped in. Hakim Ziyech whips it in. Headed away. Surely Atletico are going to have a bit more of a go this time, man, because they need a goal. Kaka was good, but KDB might pass him. He may do. Mac is more for desktop, like Office. Yeah, appreciate that, man. I'll read that. Alienware is a Dell subsidiary. They'll take forever. Build your own. Ah, fair enough. Bro, PC World's that's closed right now, bro. Time for Felix to show his worth tonight. And in that first game, he didn't really do anything, did he? Pirlo or Kaka? See, Pirlo was a great player in the middle of midfield, but Kaka was just, he had magic. I'll go Kaka over him. Throwing to Atletico. Good to see Kante back in the team, man. I couldn't believe they were leaving him out earlier in the season. Couldn't get anywhere near the team. VJ, big up, Big C. Respect, bro. Thank you for tuning in. Curry's closed. I think you can do click and collect, but there's no over-the-counter service or anything. They are different types of players. I think they were in the same AC Milan team, right? Here come Atletico. Oh, João Felix. Oh, he gets tackled. Interesting to watch João Felix because Manchester City were being linked with him. PC parts picker. I'll have a look. PC World as expert. Big up, Curtis. How are you, bro? I'm good, man. I'm good. Thank you for tuning in. Lampsey's done at. He was a poor man manager. I actually thought he had a chance of doing well. You know, he did well that first year, getting in the top four with that Chelsea team after losing Hazard and having a transfer ban, but he just didn't build on it. Here come Chelsea with Ziyech. See what he's got. Cuts back. Here's Kante. Out to Reece James. James whips it in. Werner. Oh, goes out for a corner. Took the ball off Ziyech there. The ref's given a goal kick, I think. Lingard or Prime Dele Alli? It's got to be Prime. Prime Dele Alli was a baller, man. I thought he was the new Frank Lampard, to be fair. That season when he kept scoring goals for Tottenham, them late headers. I'm really surprised what's happened to Dele Alli, to be honest. I thought he was going to be a top-class player. And he said, I'm going to watch your earlier stream tonight on my night shift. Yeah, I appreciate that, bro. Good luck, man. A lot of people still working during lockdown, man. Chelsea to win 1-0. I have to admit, I expected Atletico to be a lot more attacking than this. Maybe as the game goes on, they'll go for it a little bit more. But I know, obviously, they're trying to win the league. You'll hit 50 with a timer. No hurry, brother. Get it right first time. 100. Top 5. Emirates era. 1 Aubameyang, 2 Leno, 3, 4, 5. No one stands out. Nah, they don't. Not in this team anyway. Definitely not in this team. Ball whipped in, headed away. Atletico clear it. Very good in defence. Jose effing up Dele. If I was Dele, I'd get out of there now. I think, Jose clearly is not feeling him. He's got too much talent. Reece James shoots, goes over the bar. Yeah, I think Dele Alli needs to go elsewhere. I know he was being linked with PSG. I think that would have been a decent move for him. Go and challenge for the Champions League, win some trophies, play for Poch. Lucas Torreira with the winner. Will he even get on, though? Will he even get on? Zuma plays it back to Mendy. Mendy kicks it straight out for a throw-in. I think PSG would be a good move for him, Dele. He'd score goals over there, man. Curtis Kamara. Oh, dear. Become a world star in Paris. He would bang goals in, man. He's definitely a talented player. We appreciate your football knowledge. Thanks for that. I appreciate that. That's what real transactional, but I'll catch up on the vids anyway. Yeah, man, he's always supporting you, Fran. I always see it. Who do you think is going to win the Champions League? I think probably... I still think Bayern are the favourites. I watched them in that first leg against Lazio, and they were just ferocious. I'd say Bayern Munich, Man City, PSG, probably the favourites, but in that order. Okay, so we're Champions League quality players. I'd just say Aubameyang, Leno, and Partey. I think Saka could play Champions League and do well. I think Odegaard could as well. There's not maybe Gabriel. It'd be interesting how these guys would do, because sometimes, they look better and then they come up on that level and they don't look as good. I'm using Eraser PC. It's very good. Have a look at the top 10 laptops, 21 on YouTube. I will have a look at that. Part of this season has been average. I think the injuries and, he's been inconsistent, man. He has. Some games he's great. The next game doesn't look as good. Very inconsistent. But the injuries, of course, have tarnished his season. I think if he was fully fit... Oh, yeah, how did I not name Tierney? He could play Champions League. I mean, I think he has for Celtic, actually. Bayern are currently the best team in the world. Unfortunately, Arsenal will be soon. Let's hope so. But I think we're a long way off that sort of level. Luis Suarez on antics again there. Gets tackled. Tries to do a little headbutt on the player. This guy just reacts like a madman when you tackle him. Too much Indomie noodles. Musiala, is it? Yeah, Bayern looks a very good player. I believe he's chosen to play for Germany as well rather than England. So that's a big loss. It's amazing how these players are going from England to Germany and then excelling, and then they're worth a fortune. Bellingham, they're talking about getting called up for England. This guy was at Birmingham City in the Championship. Why have a Premier League club not gone and bought him? Priority signing should be this summer. If you could sign anyone, who would it be? What do we need the most at Arsenal, really? Centre midfielder, man. Centre midfielder. We need a right back as well. But if you push me, I still think we maybe need a centre back as well. But I would go for that centre midfielder to play next to Thomas Partey. Who would I want, realistic? I think I like Basuma. I would love to see Basuma next to him with energy. Maybe Awar, but No, I like Basuma. I think that's a very realistic signing that we could get. The only reason I didn't say right back, I think we need the centre mid even more. I think Cedric, you could get away with him more than not getting the centre mid and going with Xhaka for a whole season. It ain't going to happen, you know. We should go for Mings. Left-sided centre-back. I think the club are more looking for a right-sided centre-back. We got Gabriel, Pablo Mari, David Luiz. They all like to play left-sided centre-back. KDB or Pogba? It's KDB all day long. Pogba's right up there with him in terms of talent, but in terms of what he produces, KDB's on another level. Look at the goal he scored last night. You know, when has Pogba recently scored a goal like that? Or how consistently does he score a goal like that, should I say? Atletico on the ball, 25 minutes gone. They're not really going for it too much. Maybe they're just going to sit tight and be patient. They know that they can score at some time, even if it's late in the second half. We need a left back for Tierney because unfortunately you always get those little niggles and injuries as he puts so much in. I think you'll see Arsenal buy somebody like a Ryan Bertrand or what's the guy at Palace, Van Arnold. I believe they're both out of contract in the summer. It will be a cheap and cheerful option. You know, you ain't going to get a top quality left back as number two. Whoever it's going to be. It's going to either be a young player or an older player who doesn't mind being a squad player. Atletico ball whipped in and cleared. There were actually complaints for a penalty there from Atletico, and I think it's going to VAR. Suarez tried to play a 1-2. It was a bad... Oh, I think that's a foul. I think that is a foul. Suarez played it back. Aspilicueta, a bad pass back. He just... little pull across him. Does he just grab him as he runs away? Just a little soft one, but... Oh, I think if they go to VAR, that's definitely going to get checked. It looks like they've ignored it. The ref saying it's nothing to do with me, mate. VAR, check it. It's not been given. It's a corner to Atletico. This corner will be whipped in. I think it's Trippier who takes set pieces for them. Ball headed away. Trippier whips it in again. Back post. Flicked on to Suarez, who can't keep it in, and it's a goal kick. Yeah, it's not the most exciting a game so far. We need a goal. How many players do you think Arsenal will purchase in the summer? I think we will purchase about... I think we need 4 or 5 to me. Probably 5, I would say. I think we need a second choice left back, as you said. We need a right back. We need a centre mid, so that's 3. I would probably go for a centre back as well. And I think we need another... Potentially, we could do with another striker if we let Lacazette go. So I would say 5. 3 defenders, a midfielder, and a striker, you know. I heard Becky Trees is leaving in the summer. Who would be an ideal right back? I would love Hakimi from Inter. I would like Max Aarons or even Lamptey, I think. But obviously Lamptey is he's injured for the season now, so that's worrying. It is worrying. 100 million worth of players to be cleared out in the summer, apparently. I may do a video on that, actually, next week. I was looking at that because there's so many players. I think we've got 6 players out on loan who could potentially be sold. And then there's at least 4 or 5 at the club. So, yeah, easily 100 mil of players. Who is your ultimate GOAT? My GOAT is R9, you know. He's my favourite, Brazilian Ronaldo. Although I did love Ronaldinho for entertainment. He's probably the most exciting player to watch. Ball whipped in. Oh, chance for Atletico, and Suarez doesn't make contact. Goes out for a goal kick to Chelsea. Do you think Arsenal will try and sign all 3 transfers? I think they'll get 1, maybe 1, maybe the left back. You see, what are your thoughts on Eduardo? He was a top finisher, man. If he didn't get that injury on his leg, I think he would have been a top striker because he was clinical in front of goal. Yeah, I thought that was a pen as well. You know, especially in Europe, they usually get given. There was minimal contact, but there was enough. I thought it was a foul. Aspilicueta does that as well. Remember FA Cup final? You know, Aubameyang got away from him and he fouled him. I have to admit, watching Chelsea this season, they do have good players, but they're kind of boring to watch. Giovanni said, "Come on, Inter Milan. What do you think of Antonio Conte?" I think I would say he's one of the best managers in world football. I think he's a fantastic manager. I actually wanted him at Arsenal, but Inter, man, he's gone to Inter Milan and they're top, and it looks like they may win the Italian league. After all them years of Juventus just winning it time after time, Conte's gone there. Lukaku's playing like a beast. They got Lautaro, Martinez. They've got some good players, man. I like Conte. Very, very good manager. If David Luiz did that, it's a pen. You know that, innit? I was at the Birmingham game when Eduardo broke his leg. Man, the old Gallas bottled it as the captain, didn't he? Watch Chelsea to fall asleep. Oh, my days. Chelsea on the ball, not a lot happening. Penalty for Bayern, I'm not surprised. They'll turn them over. Gerrard, Scholes, Lampard. Oh, this is such a tough one. I actually at times change my mind on Gerrard and Scholes. Not Lampard. Lampard's third. Lampard is third. Gerrard could do everything. And Scholes was elite at what he did. It's a tricky one. It is a tricky one. But Lampard is third. He is third. Samuel said, "Big up yourself. See, hope you're doing well, G. I'm good, man. I'm good. Hope you're all well." Mendy goes long. Look at all Chelsea could be in here. Alonso finds Timo Werner. Back to Havertz. Poor touch from Havertz, man. It's amazing because you get a lot of slander on people like Pepe and players like that, but no one don't talk about like Havertz costing. I believe he cost nearly 90 million with add-ons. You know, he's done nothing for Chelsea. Curtis Arnhem was the best striker of all time, but is he honestly the best of all time? Just my favourite of all time, isn't he? You know, I think he's the best player I've watched. Striker, definitely. But who would you name? It depends, innit? A lot of people say Messi, and I get it. You know, I get why. I just think Messi should have won the World Cup. He was in a final, and he didn't turn up. And he didn't turn up in 2 Copa America finals. But listen, you can say Messi. Messi is... what he's done for Barcelona is nothing short of phenomenal, you know. Timo Werner is allergic to the goal. I don't know what this guy's doing. Like, I actually thought he was going to tear up the Prem. Fran won't hear anyone but Messi in it. And I'm surprised, you know, that you're not talking about people like Maradona and that. But no, Messi is phenomenal. On Messi. I agree. I agree, man. I'm sorry. I don't disagree. That guy won 2 World Cups, you know. That guy won 2 World Cups. Top goal scorer in World Cups. He didn't win the Champions League, though, which is crazy, really. Curtis, big up for not putting Aubameyang in the 11 yesterday. I know you're a big fan. Nah, he can't get in the best Arsenal team. I didn't even have him on the bench. Even though he is a top player, but nah. Them other players were too big, man. Messi or Ronaldo. Do you know what? I think Ronaldo, a few years ago, I was a massive fan of CR7. But a great ball in, and Chelsea have scored. Chelsea have scored. Hakim Ziyech has scored. Werner, great ball across. And Ziyech has made it 1-0. Right foot, good finish. And that's going to, you know, that puts a lot of pressure on Atletico. They have to score 2 now. And the way they're playing at the moment, they're stinking out the place playing this boring football. Good play by Timo Werner. Good pace. Really good pace. Good ball down the line. Whips it across with his head. That's a fantastic pass. Looks easy, but he nutmegs the defender, and Ziyech fires it underneath Oblak in goal. I remember watching him in goal against Arsenal. He turned into Spider-Man that day. Maradona closest, but I don't judge players on World Cups as we can't choose our teammates. True. My point is, does it make Maradona's achievements bigger that he did it in a fairly average Argentina team? But hey, it's one of them. It's all up for debate, innit? Everyone's got their own opinion. But yeah, Chelsea winning 1-0. Best goalkeeper in the world should have done better. I mean, I'm sure he would have if he was playing against us, but that's poor, really poor. I think he should have. It wasn't even a great finish, really. Messi can do everything, anywhere on the pitch. Messi, CR7, Lingardinho. What else we got here? Ziyech is coming for you, Willian. Oh, no, yeah. Because I know Willian's been getting better numbers than Ziyech in terms of assists, even though we know he hasn't performed this season. Arsenal would eat this Atletico team. I wouldn't be so sure, you know. I wouldn't be so sure. Garrincha was the ultimate. Very good player. Do you think we'll sign Hakimi? I don't think so. I don't think he'll leave. I think they'll hang on to him, especially if they win the league. I know they were having a lot of financial problems at Inter, but I think they'll keep him. What do you think about Ibra playing for Sweden again? Could be toxic. I mean, I'd be disappointed if I was playing for Sweden and you get that team qualified for the tournament and Zlatan decides to roll back in once qualification's finished. You know, it's mad. I know he's got that profile and Sweden will think, well, he's going to improve their team. But you wouldn't be happy if you was the top striker in qualifying and Zlatan just rolls in. And I'm sure he's took it on the basis that, listen, I start every game in that tournament. James whips it in. Havertz, heads it wide. Alonso keeps it in down this left. They play backwards. Atletico look poor. Need an AC Milan win tomorrow. Ibra masterclass. Yeah, I know. Look, it's not his fault he got called up, but you know what I'm saying? You would have thought they would have made him do qualification before they brought him back. But I'm sure, listen, he brings entertainment value, that's for sure. Yeah, Man United against AC Milan tomorrow is going to be a big, big game. Very big game, you know, after the Arsenal game. If Milan knock out Man United, that's a massive scalp in the tournament. And before the first leg, I said Man United would beat Milan. I thought they'd have too much pace for them. Do you think Man City are going to win the Champions League? I still think probably Bayern, but City have definitely got a chance. Atletico miss Thomas Partey. They do. They definitely do. He brought that physical presence to the middle of midfield, you know. Hopefully United get knocked out. I wouldn't mind United get knocked out because Simon said, would you rather have to play AC or Man U? I would rather Man United got knocked out. I know we've done well against United this season, but I think I would rather play Milan than United. Because they have got a lot of attacking threats, and on their day, they'll cause you problems. Here come Atletico, ball whipped in, great ball across. Reece James clears it. No one in there. Real Madrid a good outside bet. They seem to be getting their act together a little bit. Still got quality players, Benzema and that, but they just don't seem quite the same team without Ronaldo. Shot by Atletico straight at Mendy. Oblak or Leno? Oh, Leno's better than Oblak. Sorry, Oblak's better than Leno, sorry. Yeah, Leno's not in that top bracket. He's below that top bracket of goalkeepers. He's good, but he's not a great goalkeeper. I love boxing. Probably my second favourite sport, to be honest. Always love boxing. Curtis, pick two players on the other big six teams you'd love at Arsenal. So, Man City, I would go Kevin De Bruyne. I would go Ruben Dias. I think he's been incredible at centre-back. Although they've got some great attacking players. But I'll go Ruben Dias and De Bruyne. Man United, I'll go... Who would I take at United? I'll go Pogba and Bruno, you know. Go Pogba and Bruno. Chelsea, I would go... Who would I go for at Chelsea? Maybe Kante. Oh, or Kovacic. He might be good next to Partey as well. Oh, here come Chelsea with Havertz. Ah, save. I'll go Kante and Reece James because we need a right back. So I'll go Kante and Reece James. United, Bruno and Pogba. City, Ruben Dias and De Bruyne. Tottenham, Son. And see, that's a tough one because you would just say Son and Kane, but then we'd need the centre mid more, really. So I'd probably go Son and... Oh, it's mad because really you'd want to just take Son and Kane, but I feel like I'd want Ndombele because we need a midfielder. But it's hard to turn down Harry Kane, isn't it? Nah, not Bale. I wouldn't go for Bale. I'll go Son and Ndombele, you know. Even though that's crazy to turn down Kane, but can you imagine Son, Aubameyang and Saka front three, Ndombele next to Partey? I mean, that's unbelievable. Even though Kane obviously is incredible. I'm just, you know, going off what we need at the moment. Who's the what team have I missed? Liverpool. Liverpool will be Van Dijk because he's just the best centre-back in the world when he's fully fit. Who would I take? See, again, you'd want one of the front three. Really, it's hard not to take Salah, innit? But or Mane. I'd be tempted to take Fabinho just because of what we need, even though I'd want to just say Salah and Mane. But I'd take Van Dijk. I'd take Van Dijk and... how big a difference would... Thiago. Can you imagine Thiago next to Partey? But then he hasn't been that great in the Prem. Maybe Fabinho, you know. Maybe Fabinho and... Trent and Van Dijk. There you go. Trent and Van Dijk I'd take. We do need the right back. We do need the right back. Trent's deliveries as well. Best Premier League centre-back, Curtis, since 2000s. Van Dijk, Company, Terry, Rio or Campbell. My favourite was always Ferdinand, you know, just because he didn't have to dive in. He was able to stand up and just tackle. But I think Van Dijk is unbelievable. John Terry was a beast as well. Corner to Chelsea, 3 minutes before half-time, whipped in. Oblak punches it. He could have caught that. I don't know what's happening. I remember that semi-final against Arsenal. He saved absolutely everything that went near him. Tonight, he looks shaky. Here's Havertz. Good ball, Rudiger. Oh, he smashes it behind the goal. Terrible. Thiago is still yet to win a game at Anfield in 2021. Is that right? Is that right? All that, then you wake up back to our players. Do you know what I mean? You lot got me dreaming, saying, yeah, we're going to sign Son and Pogba and De Bruyne. And then I'm like, oh, no, I've got Granit Xhaka and Hector Bellerin and El Neni and Eddie Nketiah, you know? Thiago looks up and no options. Must be thinking, what have I done signing here? I think the problem with Thiago, he needed to come into a vibrant Liverpool team at full strength with movement up front, with power in defence and midfield and minimal defensive responsibility. But because they've had no Henderson, no Fabinho at times, no Van Dijk, so they've had to put midfielders in defence. It's unbalanced, their whole team. So Thiago's having to do a lot of defensive work that he wouldn't do if Henderson was next to him. Fabinho, you know, Van Dijk was behind him. So I think Thiago, you'll see a better Thiago next season. I think the short pre-season as well made it difficult for a lot of signings this year, even Thomas Partey as well, you know. Yeah, the season before he would have been unreal. Exactly, with all that movement. Kovacic shoots just wide. Good player, Kovacic, by the way. Yeah, with a full flowing Liverpool team, Thiago would have been a joke. He was playing well till VVD got injured. Yeah, he did look decent. I remember against Chelsea, he bossed it. Allow Eddie, man. Listen, Eddie's just, I'm only playing, man. No harm intended. Imagine if Arsenal had Leon Goretzka. He's a powerhouse now, and you see how big that guy got during lockdown. Man is massive now. Ramos is a beast. Ramos goes down as a legend. One of the best centre-backs of this generation. Iconic centre-back. Unbelievable on the ball as well. Massive character. Half-time whistle goes. 1-0 to Chelsea. Quiet first half. I just don't understand the way Atletico are playing. They're now losing 2-0, but a 2-0, if they were to win this game 2-1, they would go for on away goals. Why is Simeone stinking out the bridge, man? Just come there to defend. Strange one. Absolute strange one. What are your thoughts on Edouard Mendy? I think he's done all right at Chelsea. I always say that a goalkeeper's doing well when you're not talking about him, If you're not talking about mistakes, if you're not talking about big errors that they've done, then they're doing something right, I think he's done all right. He's certainly better than Kepa. He's signing Pogba at Arsenal, possible. Partey, Pogba, nah, never. It won't happen. It'll cost too much money. I don't think they'd let him come to us either. He'd go abroad. Curtis, could you ask Kevin about the foot coin he's invested in next time you have him? Do you know what's funny, right? I actually spoke to him about this the other day. And I thought, I've had him on stream all these times. I didn't know about this foot coin thing that he does, similar to Bitcoin, but like football related. So next time I have him on the stream, I'm going to get him on during the international break. So I'll get him to talk about it because I actually want to know about it myself. I'd still take Milinkovic-Savic. I mean, he was being linked with like £90 million moves a couple of years ago. Man is an absolute legend on FIFA for anyone who plays FIFA. He always used to get a team of the season card. It's all gone quiet now on a move. Curtis Modric at 35, still bossing it at centre mid. What a player. Listen, Luka Modric is different level. His footballing IQ and understanding and ability on the ball, he is absolutely outrageous. Like it doesn't surprise me that at 35 he can still boss a game because he sees the picture. He sees everything. He understands the game so much. He's an elite footballer, Luka Modric. Absolutely elite player. Pogba 60, 70 million, no chance. Arsenal wouldn't even have the money to drop on United. And then he's on massive wages as well, Best thing Modric did was leaving Spuds. Kane and Son must follow. I mean, listen, no disrespect to Spurs, but Luka Modric goes to Real Madrid, cleans up. Yeah, he's cleaned up over there. He's won everything pretty much. Bale went there, cleaned up. Berbatov went to United, won all sorts there as well. It's a stepping stone club. I'm not being disrespectful. That's the reality, that the players that have gone there, tore it up and then gone on to bigger clubs, they usually succeed, It is what it is, man. I remember Modric at Tottenham. People were like, oh, good player, this, that, the other. Went to Madrid. He went to another level. Modric, for me, is a superstar, an absolute, one of the best midfielders that we've seen for a long time. Kane is weak-minded. I think Kane for me now, what is he, 27? It's time to leave, bruv. It's time to leave. He's got to go and make that move to Man City for me. Go to Man City, play for Pep, score 30 goals, get fed by Kevin De Bruyne and Bernardo Silva and all them. Kane would win Golden Boot every season at Man City. Aguero's out of contract in the summer. He's being linked with Barcelona. Go and give Tottenham, what would you have to pay? Maybe give them Gabriel Jesus and 100 million. Something like, I don't know, something like that. Kane at Man City he'd become the best striker in the world because Lewandowski's 32? Give it a year or two, Lewandowski will, come off the scene a little bit. Kane at Man City, with that service, oh my days, he would be absolutely phenomenal. Kane wants to be a big fish in a little pond. It seems that way. Why has Kane never really looked at a move? Like, you haven't won one trophy in your entire career. And let's be honest, I know he's Tottenham, but if we're just looking at him as a player and being honest, the guy is an unbelievable striker. And for him to just spend his whole career at Tottenham and potentially win nothing his entire career, absolute waste. I used to say I think he should go Man U because I felt like he would be like the English Van Nistelrooy. But if I was him, under Ole Gunnar Solskjaer and that style of play, I'd be trying to go Man City, bro, not Man United. Man United seem to starve their strikers sometimes. If I was him, I would go to Man City. I know you're saying here, Fran, got to leave now, Man City going Haaland. The rumour today, there's a big thing on Sky today saying that Chelsea are favourites to get Haaland if he comes to England. I don't know if there's some sort of connection or Haaland's a Chelsea fan or something, but Abramovich apparently is making it his top priority, and money talks, man. And Chelsea do need a striker. Personally, I think he could go somewhere better, but how about Kane at Liverpool? Listen, I said this before. Liverpool, for a team that have won a Champions League and a Premier League in the last couple of years, they're the kind of deals they should be looking for, but Liverpool just don't. It sounds crazy when you think they bought Van Dijk and Alisson, but they don't really spend money. They bought Van Dijk and Alisson with the Coutinho money. They don't actually really go into their pocket too much and go and break transfer records, because Liverpool should be looking at Harry Kane. Imagine Kane, Salah and Mane. But Kane, for me, Man City would clean up. He would absolutely clean up the service because he's got the link-up play as well, Haaland would do better at City. I thought because his dad played for Man City, I thought maybe he would go there. But because Haaland is so in demand that whatever club he goes to, they will have to pay an absolute fortune to make that deal happen because the agent fee, I believe Raiola is his agent. You know what he's like. Raiola don't mess about. Apparently he got nearly 20 million in an agent fee when Pogba went United. So he's going to go where the money is. And Chelsea would pay it. Haaland won't go United after what Keano did to his dad, yeah. Obviously, Roy Keane ended Haaland's dad's career, Alf-Inge Haaland, when he was at Man City. Keane, obviously, at United. So I would imagine, out of respect for his dad, that Haaland wouldn't go to Man United. But you never know. You never know. Obviously, he's from Norway. Solskjaer's from there. Maybe he can convince him. Haaland would do well no matter where he went. It was interesting the other day, the Thierry Henry debate about Mbappe and Haaland. Because I brought this up last week saying that I thought that Mbappe was still above Haaland, in my opinion. I know Haaland's numbers are unbelievable. He's a striker and he plays through the middle all the time. Mbappe plays anywhere across the front three. I'm just saying, personally, if you offered me right now Mbappe or Haaland, I'm taking Mbappe. And the reason is I feel like there's a guarantee that he would perform, Where Haaland, I still have this thing that, all right, he is banging goals in the Champions League. His record in the Champions League is ridiculous. But we've seen that times with players coming from the Bundesliga coming here and struggling. Havertz costs 90 million with add-ons. Doesn't look anything special. Timo Werner was ripping down the German league. Doesn't look anything special at all. I'm not saying it always works like that. Some players come from there and blow up in the Prem as well. But for me, Arsenal fan, if you offered me Mbappe or Haaland right now, I'm taking Mbappe, bro. I've seen this guy rip up the French league. I've seen him rip up the Champions League for Monaco and PSG. I've seen him mash work in the World Cup, scored in the... Did he score? Yeah, he scored in the World Cup final. I'm going Mbappe. Yeah, maybe Haaland is a better finisher because he is a striker. Simple, centre forward. You don't play him anywhere else but through the middle. You can play Mbappe left, right, central, behind the front man. He's absolutely rapid. One of the fastest players in the world, probably, at the top level. I love Haaland. I have to admit, the more I've seen him, I've been more convinced his finishers are ruthless. Like, he's one of them man who just rips the net in half. But Mbappe is the guy for me. Haaland needs to choose wisely because this next move could make or break his career. Watching how that Chelsea team plays, if I'm Haaland, I'm not going anywhere near that team. I've got to be honest with you. He needs to go to a team that plays quicker. Dortmund play quick football. That's how he catches out the opposition a lot of the time. I think Chelsea play too slow. Haaland will have to choose his team wisely because certain styles of teams will not suit certain players, 100%. Haaland is a beast, I must say. You're right, no, he didn't score Champions League final. And Mbappe should have scored. He had that left foot chance. What do you think linking Mbappe to Liverpool? Listen, Mbappe said a lot of things about Liverpool. You know, he seems to have like flirted with the idea that, okay, if I was to leave PSG and go to England, that seems to be the club that he's kind of looked at, but Liverpool won't put them numbers up. He'd probably cost 150 million and a huge wage. Liverpool will never put that up. The only way they could do it is to maybe do a swap deal, like give, Mane to PSG plus 85 million or, I don't know, something along those lines. There's no way Liverpool would just drop the money and say, send Mbappe. It's not going to happen. I think Mbappe would go Barca or Real. I mean, he's spoken about Real a lot of times. I think Zidane is one of his heroes. So I think Mbappe needs to leave the French league, personally. I think he needs to go to that top level. But yeah, can the teams afford him? Maxim said, big up Curtis joining late this time after work. Hey, better late than never, bro. Smash a like on the video, people, if you can. Much appreciated. Hit that subscribe button if you haven't already. Half-time in this game, 1-0 to Chelsea. Hakim Ziyech. You think we can get an installment plan for him? Oh, listen, man. Mbappe or Haaland. It would be very difficult. We'd probably have to sell the stadium to buy them guys, Bruv, I was shocked by Mbappe when he did that interview in English. Actually speaks perfect English. Mbappe, I would absolutely love to see in the Premier League. I just think his speed, his finishing ability. It's really sad, really, when you think about it. There's so much money in the Prem. But the absolute, the very best, they're not in this league. When you really think about it, they're not in this league. We've got great players. But the actual very best players, they're not in the Prem. So it's a shame. Mbappe, Neymar, Ronaldo, Messi, they're all elsewhere. Tokyo Guna said, good morning. Big up. Thank you for tuning in. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you are in the world. Really appreciate you tuning in and supporting. Big day tomorrow, of course, for the Arsenal as we Olympiacos second leg. Looking forward to that. I will drop the preview either later tonight or first thing in the morning that I did with the Olympiacos channel, Gate 7 International, who was on last week. The best dongs never come over to England. I think it's the weather, the lifestyle, the winter break, all those things, and the high tax as well. I think those things, as well as the intensity of the game, I think really doesn't appeal to a lot of these players. And, let's face it, would you rather live up in the hills in Barcelona in 27, 28 degree heat? Half the teams in that league, you just brush them aside like, they're nowhere near your level. Champions League latter stages, playing the El Clasico and games like that. The Prem is intense, mate. Burnley away in December in the rain with Tarkowski elbowing you. You know what I mean? And Ben Mee stood in the back of your Achilles. You know what I mean? We pay big tax in this country, 40% at that level. Some of these countries, the tax is far lighter. So you're going to get more money, nice weather. You know, I can understand at times. Winter, they have a two to 3 week break over Christmas in a lot of these countries in Europe. Yeah, go home, mate. Go home. Go and see your family. Relax. We're playing on Boxing Day. You know what I mean? Training on Christmas Day, people. You've got to train on Christmas Day if you're a pro in England. Even like, you know, League Two, League One, Championship, even Conference. Train on Christmas Day. These men in La Liga are catching flights, going home, having 2 weeks off. Monaco is tax-free. I mean, come on. You know what I mean? It's mad. Second half's underway. Chelsea get us kicked off. Let's see how this game goes now. I want to see Atletico have a real go. Oh, bro, listen. I said at the time, I wish I could go back and find what I said at the time. Neymar to PSG is one of the worst transfers in footballing history. We actually lost. Not lost because he's still a great player. But Neymar at Barca was going to win Ballon d'Or. You know what I mean? He was unbelievable. Neymar at PSG, I feel like his ego's gone through the roof. He's greedier as well now because he probably fell in line at times at Barca. Like, listen, Neymar, you're a big boy, but Messi's here, bruv. You know what I mean? Suarez is here. You better play ball. Whereas at PSG, I only really see him pass to Mbappe. Sometimes he'll pass to Di Maria. He's just so greedy. But yeah, we lost some greatness with Barca Neymar, man. He was unbelievable. I read a story about that, why he left. And he said in that game, when they made that great comeback against PSG, and obviously, I think Neymar scored 2 goals in that game. He said the next day in the newspapers, they put Messi all over the papers. And a lot of people say to this day, that is one of Neymar's best ever performances for Barcelona. He dragged them back into that game. I think he scored a free kick and a penalty, and he set up the winner. And he said, look, at the time, I realized no matter what I did, I was never going to get the credit I deserved. So he went to PSG to play for Unai Emery, you know. And he needed to win that Champions League. He needs to win it. That's the only way he can sort of justify the move. Win the Champions League, win the Ballon d'Or. But it was such a shame for football that Neymar went there. Big C, who are the top 5 players in the Premier League right now? Top 5, man. De Bruyne. I suppose Salah this season, if you're talking just straight goals. And he's been doing it for years as well, hasn't he? I think Ruben Dias has been unbelievable this season. He has been phenomenal. Bruno's had a great season. He is a stat padder, though, in my opinion. Don't often watch Bruno and get wowed, but he just puts up incredible numbers. Yeah, Mahrez a top player. Timo Werner shoots, Oblak saves out for a corner. Yeah. Did I name 5 there? Yeah, pretty much. Curtis, would you take Luis Enrique at Arsenal? Oh, Son and Souček have been great as well. Would you take Luis Enrique? Hasn't done much for a while. I did enjoy his Barca team, but look at the players he had to work with. Possibly, but he wouldn't be at the front of the queue. Gotta be honest. Eddie, and Eddie. Top 5. Eddie. Kane, let's be honest. Kane is world class. Needs a move. Yeah, I said it earlier. Definitely needs a move. Grealish was playing great, obviously, until he got the injury. He's been out for a little bit. Adebayo and Kanu based on ability and end product. I would say Adebayo better goal scorer, Kanu better footballer, you know. Better understanding and link-up playing that. Honestly, what is Atletico doing? I don't get it. I do not get it. You got Luis Suarez and João Felix up front, and you're 1-0 down. They need to score 2 goals to get through, and they're just defending. Luis Suarez looks a bit leggy, you know. He's getting a bit older now, isn't he? Havertz. I tell you one thing. Havertz is very. He's quite leggy, isn't he? He's taller than I actually thought he was. He looks very tall. Son as well. Yeah, very good player. Sonaldo. Amazing signing. I think they paid about 17, 18 million for him from Germany. He's a fantastic player. Kanu was seriously underrated. He was class. You know, when you're bringing on like Kanu and Wiltord off the bench, just shows the type of quality that we had. Yeah, it was. We had some team back then, man. Serious team. Adebayor's goal against Villarreal. Do you know what? I love his goal against Tottenham, man. The flick up volley. Fabregas whips it into him. I love that goal. Well, Adebayor had that great season. Big up Matt Noah. Big up Curtis. Just hopped in. Better late than never, man. Atletico is terrible. I don't know. I just don't understand the way they're playing. They're playing like they're 2-0 up, defending a lead. They need 2 goals, you know. I think I predicted a 2-1 win. I can't see him getting 2 shots on target. Never mind scoring 2 goals. Played with Kanu's brother, and he tried to do what Kanu did from right back in League One. Yeah, I bet that didn't go too well, did it? And some meathead just clatters him. Alaba was an Arsenal fan. Wish we could get him in. I think he meant to be going Real Madrid for massive wages. Like, I'm hearing 300 grand a week. Any chance of winning Europa? Yeah, of course there's a chance. It's if we can cut them silly mistakes out of our game, you know. Atletico don't know how to attack. They never change style. They just don't. I don't know why. João Felix, wasted talent, Atletico. He just looks like, to me, he needs to play for a more attacking team. This team is way too defensive. Do you know what I mean? We look better than Atletico, I know. We're more entertaining, that's for certain. A lot of people wanted Simeone at Arsenal, but is this the way he sets up? How is he top of the league playing like this? They don't even look like they would score a goal, man. It's strange how they set up with these attacking players. Havertz is 1.9 meters tall. He's tall, bro. I didn't know he was as tall as that. Simeone wouldn't. Well, yeah, he said many times that he wants the Inter Milan job in the future. I think that's the club he loves. My Atletico bet making me look foolish. Oh, is it? Oh, it's blocked. It is blocked. Simeone, no thanks. Shot! Oh, just wide for Chelsea. Rudiger there. Dembele's coming on for Atletico, the former Lyon player. I know they got him on loan now. He's a good player, but so they are going to go for it. It'll be interesting to see who they take off. We don't want Simeone either. Nah, not if he plays like this, man. He is stinking out the place. Can you imagine going to watch this every week? Carrasco off for Dembele. Listen, I did the video earlier. If you tuned in, I picked my team for tomorrow. I had Martinelli on the left, man. Pepe on the right. Saka obviously came off with that tight hamstring. Apparently, he'll be okay though to be in the squad, but I wouldn't risk him. I would play. I'd play Pepe and Martinelli, but will the manager? Chelsea are back up there with Man City now. I think they look strong. No doubt as it stands now. They're the second best in the league. Strong side and solid manager. The manager looks like he's transformed them. They are boring, but they're efficient. You know, they're getting the job done. Nicola said, what's Allegri doing? Still not managing. I saw a story yesterday that Allegri might get the Leeds United job if Bielsa decides to leave. I'm like, Allegri to Leeds United? He's been out of management, I think, nearly 2 years now. This is a manager that actually turned down, apparently, the Arsenal job after Arsene Wenger left because he was demanding a big wage. He wanted a big transfer budget to spend as well. How many Dembeles are there? Oh, there's a few, isn't there? You got, obviously, you had the one at Tottenham, centre mid. You got the Barcelona winger. You got this one up front for Atletico, who was at Lyon. I think there's one at Celtic as well. Leeds or Roma for Allegri. I mean, this guy apparently turned down Arsenal. Now you're talking about going to Leeds United. I don't know how good Roma are in Italy at the moment. But yeah, strange one. I think Allegri probably thought he was going to get a bigger job than what, he's kind of been offered. Have you had a stream on Odegaard? I did speak to him. Spoke about him on today's 2:00 stream about apparently instructing his agent that he wants to join Arsenal, but it could be tricky and expensive to get it done. Corner whipped in for Chelsea. Reece James volleys it. I just can't believe the way Atletico are playing. They've got about 8 players back. They don't even look like they want to attack. They look like they're just saying, yo, man, just let's just get through this and get back to Spain. They don't look too interested. Dembele's have that strong football DNA. It must be in the name, man. That name must be a powerful football name. What striker do you think City will get? See, there's not many options. I saw a story linking him the other week with Lukaku. I just couldn't see that. I don't know if he's technically the type of player that Man City would want. Ziyech! Oh, Black tips it over the bar. I mean, even João Felix would be decent for them, but it's a strange one. You never know. Maybe they'll just give Aguero a new 1-year deal and give themselves another year to think about it. Jack, big up, Jack. Hope you're well, Curtis. Yes, bro. Thank you for tuning in. Haaland to City. I mean, you would think his dad would be trying to guide him to City because his dad played for City. Pep Guardiola, great manager to learn under. But will City pay the numbers? And I think Haaland will turn into a bit of an auction where 3 or 4 clubs are all trying to sign him and they'll offer him a fortune. So I can see Haaland ending up at Chelsea or Man United because they're the 2 clubs that they'll pay a massive transfer fee, massive wage, massive agent's fee. Unless he's got his heart struck on like Man City or someone else, I think he'll just end up where the money is, to be honest. Allegri turned down Real Madrid as well because of family issues. I didn't know that. Didn't know that at all. That's an interesting one. City can afford Haaland, but when you think about it, their biggest transfer is 65 million, Ruben Dias. They've had that investigation as well and nearly got banned for the money spent. I think Haaland will end up at 80-90 million pound. You're then looking at a big wage, big agent fee for Raiola will be asking for 15 million probably for him to go there as an agent fee. I just don't know if Man City will pay everything what's required, but I could see him ending up at Chelsea because I think Chelsea will pay it. I think London, all that might appeal to him. But we'll see. Get Haaland to Nottingham Forest as apparently he has a soft spot for them because of his dad. Yeah, didn't Alfinger Haaland, his dad, play for Forest back in the day? As a Frenchman, seeing Kante today makes us favourites for the Euros. It's just crazy how Kante was not getting anywhere near this team under Lampard. He looks rejuvenated under Thomas Tuchel. Kante's a beast. He is a beast, City can afford anyone. Question will be, is it in line with financial rules? I mean, listen, there's a lot of rumours that they're going to try and sign Lionel Messi in the summer. And if there was ever a reason to see that Atletico aren't bothered about this game, 58 minutes, they need 2 goals. They're dragging Luis Suarez off. He does not look happy, by the way. He takes that, bandage off his hand. He's smiling. It's kind of that cheeky smile, like, are you stupid taking me off? Simeone doesn't high-five him, doesn't even look at him. And I don't think they're interested in this game. I think they've just come to London for a day out, gone sightseeing. They don't even look bothered about. Maybe this is a distraction for them because they just want to win the Liga, I think. Strange, very strange to take off Suarez, who I believe is their top scorer. Yeah, Simeone Art Show tomorrow, people, 2 p.m. Simeone, I mean, I tell you one thing, this is some boring football, man. Suarez had a shocker, but you would just think, wouldn't you, if they're going to create a chance, that's the guy you'd want it to fall to. But maybe Simeone just looks at it like, listen, they're top of La Liga. They've got a great chance of winning that. Maybe he looks at the Champions League like this is going to overstretch their squad. And, maybe he's not that bothered about it. Maybe he thinks they can't win it. I mean, I'm just looking at the Spanish league table. They're 4 points clear of Barcelona on the same game, 6 points clear of Real Madrid. And they've got 11 games to go. So I think he's just probably concentrating on winning that competition. Kovacic is so underrated. I think he's a very good player. Carries the ball, technically very good. Quite quick as well. Rate him highly. Good player. Accomplished Sammy, have you seen Portugal's squad? Favourites for the Euros and World Cup, what do you think? I still think the French would be considered favourites above Portugal. But Portugal got a fantastic team. João Felix, Ronaldo, Bernardo Silva, Bruno Fernandes, Ruben Dias. They got some fantastic players, Portugal. It's a real golden generation of Portuguese talent after a number of years where it was kind of floundering a little bit outside of Ronaldo and that. But they've got a really good team. Big C, Moussa Dembele moved from Celtic to Lyon and now Atletico. Dembele moved from Dortmund to Barcelona and Karamako Dembele plays for Celtic. Currently, keep up the good work. Thanks a lot for the information. Appreciate it. France will win it. Strength in depth. I mean, Mbappe, Griezmann, Dembele, Pogba, Kante. They've got unbelievable players as well. And obviously, they are the World Cup holders. Here come Chelsea. Timo Werner. Shoots wide. Probably should have crossed it. He's desperate for a goal, isn't he? Kovacic is a baller. France are a powerhouse. Holland ain't like they used to. They're not like they used to, Holland, but they are having a little bit of a, if they can get Van Dijk back, they've got Wijnaldum, Frankie de Jong, Memphis Depay, Van der Beek. They've got a few. They have got a few. Curtis, why do you think R9 is the best player ever when there is Messi and Dino? I think he's the GOAT striker, but Dino and Messi are better all round. It was just for me. He was the first player. He was the first player that was like, wow, I've never seen anything like it. And because I was a young striker, I was just drawn to him. And I've seen him rip up the absolute best. Don't get me wrong. Ronaldinho is the most entertaining footballer ever the world has ever seen. I used to run back to watch him. There's no more skillful, entertaining footballer than Ronaldinho. But I just love Ronaldo. I don't know why. The silver boots, the way he used to play. I just loved him. I loved him. Listen, I understand if people say Messi or Ronaldinho. There's no argument. There's no right or wrong answer. But R9 Ronaldo was just my first player that I just absolutely thought, this guy is just phenomenal. And, he was the man in the World Cup as well, winning golden boots in World Cups, scored the 2 goals in the World Cup final against Germany. And, he was the guy, man. He was the guy. But, Ronaldinho for entertainment all day long, all day long. R9 was my favourite player. It was just something about him. He was the striker. Do you know what I mean? He was the striker. So he was the main man to me, even in that Brazil team. But listen, I love Ronaldinho equally, but it's just personal preference. Neymar not far off Ronaldinho. I mean, nah, not for me. Like he isn't in terms of like ability, talent, but nah, he's not. He's world class. Neymar's world class. He's unbelievable. Ronaldinho is absolutely iconic, you know. And I guess you're getting on your channel soon. Do you know what? I'm trying to not bring too many people on this week because we've got a 2-week international break where not too much will be happening, and I wanna get a lot of guests on over those 2 weeks. So I'll try my best to get some good guests on over the 2 weeks because it may go down a little bit in terms of Arsenal news. I can't see me doing watch-alongs for England friendlies and qualifiers, you know. So let's see. I think he is far off. Neymar's the closest thing to Ronaldinho right now, but Ronaldinho is in a league of his own. Yeah. You know, he's in that mold, that category, the skillful creator / winger, but he's nowhere near Ronaldinho. No, you know what I mean? He's nowhere near him. But Neymar at Barca was on the right track, but I feel he came off track when he went to PSG, you know. 25 minutes to go here. Chelsea player is down, holding his head. Who is that? I think it's Zuma. Oh, he heads the back of Dembele's head. Very painful one. I only watched Maradona at the back end of his career. Same, yeah, I did. I watched a lot of videos on that when he was younger. So obviously I know what he's about. Do you watch any NBA? I do. I do watch NBA. I'll be watching it instead of international. So boring. I don't blame you. Maybe I'll do an NBA watch along, you know. R9 was the original too when I was growing up. I've seen them all from the 80s. But Ronaldinho was insane on the ball. Definitely the most skillful and entertaining. You know, definitely. Hit the like button, everyone. Over 300 of you in here. Thank you for tuning in. It's much appreciated as always. As we, you know, this is all build up for tomorrow, really, the Arsenal game. But we've got 24 minutes to go in this game. And I honestly believe, people, that Atletico are not interested in winning this. I don't think they're bothered about winning it. They're just going through the motions. They're absolutely going through the motions. Ronaldo, 15 World Cup goals. Dude was always amazing to watch, especially in the World Cup. Bro, this guy turned up at Old Trafford, ripped apart prime Rio Ferdinand, and got applauded off by the Man United fans. Like, he's something else. He's something else. But then Ronaldinho got applauded off at the Bernabeu. Tio said Maradona is the GOAT, full stop. I think a lot of the older generation than me say that. My dad says Maradona's the best he ever seen. Carried a weak Napoli team to the title in Italy, carried an average Argentina to the World Cup. So England, I believe, are playing, I think they've got 3 games during this break. Let's have a look who they've got. I mean, San Marino. Oh, man, how exciting is that going to be? I mean, they'll probably win about 6-0. That's the only good thing. They then play Albania away and then Poland at home. Not the most exciting of games, you know. If they were playing France, Spain, you know, maybe I would do a watch along, but no, I can't. I can't do England against San Marino on a watch along, you know. 1970 best World Cup ever. I've actually watched a documentary on Brazil in that World Cup. I love that. I used to love Jairzinho, you know. Everyone talks about Pele, but I like Jairzinho. Obviously, Pele's the man, but just another player. Best World Cup year? I like 2002. I like 98 World Cup as well, you know. Rivaldo was a baller. Yeah, I loved him. That dive was embarrassing, though, wasn't it? Really bad. Jamie Marcos, finally an Arsenal fan who is a nice person. Rare breed. Ah, man. We're good, man. We're just, we're a nice bunch. You know, we're a nice bunch. We've been through a lot, man. People have to understand Arsenal, we've suffered a lot lately, man. Do a Jamaica v USA watch along March 25th. Could do, you know, could do. Obviously, depending on what time that kickoff is. Let's have a look. March the 25th. It will be probably, what will it be, like midnight UK time, possibly? USA v Jamaica. Oh, no, it's 6 o'clock in the afternoon. Yeah, I may do that, you know. Yardman flex. I might do that. Jamaica against USA, March the 25th, 6 p.m. kickoff. So that's not bad. Yeah. I appreciate that, Brett. Big up for letting me know. Because I would have expected it to be like midnight kickoff in England because of the time difference. San Marino is the worst professional team I've ever seen. Are they officially the worst now? I know there's a few others who are really bad as well. But yeah, a watch along against San Marino. I'm not sure that would work. I think R9 is the one player that was able to play with Barcelona and Real Madrid without getting much criticism. Correct me if I'm wrong. I think you're right. He also played for Inter and AC as well. And people might, remember when Figo went to Real from Barcelona? They're throwing pig's heads at him. I feel like with Ronaldo, it was just accepted. You're that good, we've just got to accept it, Thomas Lemar is actual-ish. He's struggling, man. I miss the rivalry when Chelsea, United, Arsenal were top of England. It's definitely gone down. Gibraltar rival San Marino. Yeah, Gibraltar. I think they've actually won a game or drawn a game or something. 94 US and both Mexico World Cup. 94 US was a bit of a boring one for me because England weren't in it and I was young as well. I remember staying up to watch the final and it was a boring 0-0. Obviously, Baggio penalties. Your favorite NBA player of all time? My favorite NBA players, right? I love Michael Jordan. Right, I love Michael Jordan. I love LeBron. LeBron is my favorite. My favorite now is LeBron. I liked they're big names, but I liked Allen Iverson. I used to like Iverson when he used to have the big earrings and that. I like Dwayne Wade as well. I like Dwayne Wade. I like a lot of old basketballers as well. I used to like Utah Jazz back in the day, Karl Malone and John Stockton. You know what I mean? I like them days there. Patrick Ewing with the sweaty forehead for the Knicks. So yeah, man, a lot of basketball players. I like Carmelo as well. You know what? I've always liked the New York Knicks. I just like New York, innit? And New York Knicks, but their team right now is in the mud, man. They're not even the best team in New York right now. I think Brooklyn are better. Steph Curry's unbelievable, but because Steph Curry's gone to battle with, I can't believe I didn't say Kobe, man. How the hell have I not said Kobe's name? Forgive me, man. Because Steph Curry goes at it with LeBron, I'm a LeBron fan. So I don't look at Steph Curry in that way. Do you know what I mean? I can't believe I never said Kobe. That's shocking. He's one of my favorites as well. But yeah, man, I love basketball, man. Brilliant sport. Big C, your basketball knowledge is top notch. You the best. Yo, man, I love my basketball, man. Steph is new school. Yeah, he is, man. He is. Brooklyn Nets, exactly. They're probably the best team in New York now. Yeah, Steph's definitely new school. Favorite is Kobe. Kobe's unbelievable, man. God rest his soul. One of the best, one of the most talented. Karl Malone, come on, man. Utah Jazz, him and John Stockton. Here come Chelsea. Oh, Ziyech was looking for Havertz. He never made the run. He could be in. Oh, Atletico Madrid look absolutely shocking. I don't think I've ever seen Atletico this bad. Gary Payton, yeah, I remember Gary Payton, Jordan all day. Rodman was good. Pippen, Scottie Pippen. Curtis, but Figo promised Barca fans that he wouldn't leave for Real that year, though. So that's why the pig's head and all that, yeah. I watched Brazil-France World Cup 2006. Such a brilliant game. So much respect. Hugging and smiling on the tunnel before the game. Fighting like warriors on the pitch. Best game I've seen. That was the Zinedine Zidane absolute masterclass, One of the best midfield performances I've ever seen. Rodman is the GOAT. Very good player. The basketball knowledge is insane. Yeah, I used to watch a lot of basketball, bro. Still do. Kevin Durant, yeah, good player as well. Curry and LeBron is like Messi and Ronaldo. LeBron is Messi. LeBron is like Messi. Curry is like Ronaldo, the best shooter, goal scorer. I love LeBron, man. Love LeBron. Abdul-Jabbar, yeah, I remember him. Because I used to watch sometimes the All-Stars games as well. Remember I had an All-Stars jersey with Shaq on the back. Orlando Magic. I remember I had an Orlando Magic coat when I was younger, man. Yeah, man. Basketball really connects with the, it was very fashionable to wear jerseys and the clothing, obviously the snapbacks, the fitted hats and that. Magic Johnson, yeah, man. Great player. Bit before my time, but I did watch a lot of videos of him. Toronto winning NBA was like Leicester winning the Prem. Curtis, can you play ball? I play a little bit, Trust me, some days, I remember when I didn't play, certain days like school, college days, some days, I thought I'll give football a rest today. I'll go and play basketball, man. So I got a few skills, got some skills, not bad. I'm nothing special. I ain't going to lie, I ain't going to make it pro or nothing, but I was okay, good shooter, man. Oh, man. Jordan or LeBron. I feel like Jordan, Feel like Jordan. Oh, finally, Atletico have a strike. Yeah, I feel like Jordan. But I'm kind of like more of a LeBron fan just because it was more this generation. I feel like Jordan was the better player, but I feel like I got more of a connection with LeBron. Do you know what I mean? Just because he's this generation and we've seen so many interviews and I like the way he is. Do you know what I mean? But yeah, Jordan, I feel like was the better player. Tim Duncan as well, man. Yeah, I had a jersey with his name on. But yeah, Jordan, better player. The Nets with Harden, Durant, and Irving are good enough to dethrone King James. I hope not, because I'm a LeBron fan, so I hope not. LeBron at Miami with Wade, disgusting. No, I had two. I've actually got them still now. When them two was in the same team, I think I had the white jersey with Wade on the back, and I'd like the burgundy red jersey with LeBron on the back. I loved it when them two was together, man. When he went to Cavs, I don't think I bought a Cavs jersey. I wanted them to win because LeBron was there, but I wasn't really into the Cavs too much. Talking about ball is more fun than this game. Apologies, I know this always happens, people. When I'm doing a neutral stream that we're going to end up talking about movies or biscuits or, you know what I mean? Something. I loved Allen Iverson, man, because he used to wear the big earrings. And when I was younger, man used to have the diamond earrings. And I was like, yo, I'm going on like Allen Iverson, bruv. He was sick. He was a G. But yeah, Scottie Pippen, come on, man. Pippen, the Bulls, Utah Jazz, yeah, as we said, man. Karl Malone, John Stockton, man. But yeah, everything was look at yo, brother, allow me, bro. Man said surprise Curtis didn't buy an Atletico hoodie for this watch-along. Strictly Arsenal, bro. Strictly Arsenal. Best sport documentary. No, the Jordan one is amazing. I watched it about 3 or 4 months ago. I love that. I've been watching. What was I? I watched that Frank Bruno and Mike Tyson one the other day. I know that's a one-off, like not so much a documentary. I watched that. There's been so many, man. There's been so many. The Jordan one is nicer, man. It's inspirational. Curtis already cleaned out by 424. Yo, man, I'm telling you. Yo, I know. I got a lot of slander in the comments for that, man, but it's all good fun, man. I couldn't turn it down. Iverson, the Ronaldinho of ball. Phenomenal. I loved Iverson, man. Nas or Drake? I'm a Nas fan, bro. I'm a Nas fan. I've been a Nas fan for a long time. Don't get me wrong. If I'm in the club, you know, little Drake and that, but Nas for the depth, man. Nas for me was like 10, 15 years ahead of his time in the rap game, you know. So his music is like timeless to me. Where a lot of Drake albums are like, when they come out, they bang. But then I don't really go back to a lot of them tunes. The odd one I'll cherry pick, like, yeah, I'll listen to that. His music is more laid back for me, Drake, you know. But yeah, Nas for me. I love depth, man, and deep lyrics, lyrical talent. I grew up in that era where it was lyrics, you know. So yeah, Nas one of my favorite rappers of all time. Nas is phenomenal, man. Yo, baby, the best rapper. Oh, here come Atletico shot. Oh, wide. It's a corner. João Felix shot deflected wide. What are we saying there? Lil Baby was your best rapper. We got the Joshua Fury fight. Oh, mate, I can't wait for it. Can't wait. Which bars did you used to go to in Knots, bro? Over the years. So I used to go... Where do we go? So we used to go Hockley Lounge back in the day. Coco Lounge. Where do we go? Oceana. What other clubs were there, man? So you had Oceana. You had... There was one called Media back in the day. I don't know if you remember that. There was loads, man. But yeah, I remember I used to go Oceana. What was the other one? I forget what the club was called, man. Yeah, I used to go Halo. Halo, man, go up the steps. I remember that. Oh, red card. Red card for Atletico Madrid. Savic sent off for an elbow. They're done, man. They're done. They're finished. Oceana R&B room was good. Bro, how can I... There's a club that I used to go to, and I've forgotten what it was called. It was on one of the side streets, like King Street or something. Halfway up, you go upstairs. I forget what it was called. I'll remember. Game over. Yeah, it's done, man. They're down to 10 men. Savic flings the elbow. I don't think they even wanted to win anyway. Man's take. Ooh, he gives Rudiger a little elbow in his belly, man. Get the cones out. Simeone out show tomorrow. How is Suarez playing in this team? This game says a lot about Spanish football, that they're top of the league, because they look awful. Stinking out there it is. Gate crasher. That's it. Gate crasher upstairs. R&B room. Mad. How did I forget what it was called? Gate crasher. That's it. That is the one. That was my club, man. Saturday night, R&B room upstairs. It's been a while, though. I know, not saying what it used to be, but it was amazing back in the day for clubbing. Student nights at Knots are lit. Miss them loads. Have you been to Dominica? Yeah, I went once. I went for a month. Stayed in Rosa, in the capital. Went round to Portsmouth as well. Yeah, man, I've been to Dominica. I was there for a month. Played with the national team over there. It was a great experience, man. Obviously, my mum's side of the family are from Dominica, so it meant a lot to go over there, man. Bravo, yo! I prefer not to speak, you know? Yeah, gate crasher, man, upstairs, bro. R&B room, it was mad. Those were the days around a similar age. It's all changed now, ain't it, man? It's all changed, but yeah, man. Strictly R&B room, R&B, hip-hop, all that. I like 90s slow jams and R&B. Not a rap fan myself. I do like rap. Not really in a club as much. AJ or Fury? I'm an AJ fan, but I think Fury's the favourite. I got to be honest. Here come Chelsea. They could be in. Kovacic. Hudson-Odoi hits it straight at him. Yeah, I'm an AJ fan. Got to be honest, but I think Fury is the favourite. I think, because I said this earlier, I think AJ has to knock Fury out, you know. to beat him, where Fury can just stink out the place and jab him and beat him on points. But that'll be a great fight. I can't wait. And obviously they've signed a 2-fight deal. So, you know, we've got a rematch there as well. So I can't wait, man. You know what I mean? I have to hold it down, bro. Times have changed, you know. Great Chelsea performance. Listen, Thomas Tuchel, this will be classed as a masterclass for him. Because 1-0 and Atletico keeping a clean sheet. This is a massive result for them. Knocking out Atletico. I think when they got Atletico, people thought they were out, to be honest. People thought they were out. Fury more technical, AJ more exciting. I hope AJ attacks him and tries to knock him out. You know, that I can't wait for that fight. I might even do a watch along for that. I'll have to get my boxing commentary voice on, you know. Big right hand from AJ. Oh, I'll go mad, bro. I'm telling you, I'll be going mad for that fight. But hey, I always said that I thought Fury would beat Wilder, but I thought Joshua would beat Fury, but I thought Wilder would potentially beat Joshua. That's how crazy boxing is, but we'll see. It'll be interesting, man. What happens in the R&B room stays. You know that, bro. You know that. Fury can knock him out like he done Wilder. I think it's a lot harder to knock. I know AJ got knocked out by Ruiz, but let's face it, it was a crazy punch that caught him on the temple. I think it'll be hard for Fury to knock Joshua out. I think he's a smarter boxer now. After get your boxing gloves on, son. Yeah, I can box a little bit, not like fighting level, but just training in the gym and that. Curtis will break his laptop commentating that. I'm telling you, man, I'll have to commentate a lot different for that one though. Joshua is much bigger and physically stronger, brother. Look at Wilder. Wilder is a cruiserweight. You know, he's not even a natural heavyweight in size. He's actually quite slim for a heavyweight. It's just he's got a monster punch. But Wilder's boxing style is sloppy, man. He throws wild punches. Wild by name, wild by nature. Joshua's a far better boxer than Wilder, and Fury is a far better. That's why he bopped him, you know? Bad man Curtis back in the day, yeah. I prefer not to speak, man. I'm a good guy. I'm a good guy, people. Joshua has balance of power, skill, and intelligence. Most complete. He also weighs 30 plus kg more. Curtis versus a laptop part 2 tomorrow. I hope not. I'm hoping that Arsenal watch along tomorrow is similar to this. Just handle business and get the job done. I don't want no complications tomorrow. Don't start doing madness, you know, going 1 or 2-0 down and stressing us out, you know. Stream would go off if AJ won. I'll be going mad if AJ wins, man. Would you do a watch? Bro, I'll do a watch along AJ Fury. I don't mind. I'll be going absolutely mental for that. I'm telling you. AJ is not Wilder. I think AJ is better than Wilder, to be honest. Dillian White is huge. He is. If I speak, I'm in big. You know how it goes, bro. Do you like Prince Nassim Hamid? He was a very entertaining boxer. He was. And Eubank. Yeah, they were both showmen. Much I want to see is Curtis v. Arteta. Arteta's, you know, slowly but sure. I told you, man. Win the Europa League, all is forgiven. Oh, dear. The Burnley defeat, the Villa defeat, all of it. Best boxer of all time. I'll go. Oh, dear. Water's got me choking, brother. Is he best boxer of all time? It's got to be Tyson's my favorite. Tyson was always my favorite boxer, but he's not the best. He was wild. He got picked off by some average boxers, but he's my favorite. He's my favorite. He was just ferocious. He exploded. He ripped people's head off. You know, I remember certain times staying up till 5 a.m. to watch Mike Tyson fights, and he's knocking people out after 30 seconds. And it was pay-per-view as well. So you've paid for it, stayed up, and you didn't even get 1 minute. He's dropped 2 big right hands and just knocked people out. Bruv, I'm telling you, the Arteta in show had me had me coughing up water, bruv. I was like, nah, the thought of it makes me sick. No, I don't, man. Listen, I hope he wins the Europa League. I've said it many times. I will eat humble pie happily to see Arsenal win that Europa League. Curtis, the original saying, and shotting them bad man, shotting them gal them sugar. Yo, big up. All can't be forgiven, but he gets another chance, I reckon. I think if he wins the Europa League, I'll forgive him. Man said Arteta spiked the water. Oh, dear. Minute to go here. Chelsea. Alonso whips it in. Oh, good defending. Marvin Hagley, yeah, rest in peace, man. Was a very good boxer, man. Very good. Do you think there's an agenda against Arteta if you don't become Arteta? Don't become Arteta in, maybe? It's a strange one. I think the club have pushed the PR so much, and a lot of people have gone with it. Yeah, let's just go for it and back the manager at all costs. Fair enough, innit? Listen, I just hope he does well, man. I said bourbon in that mug, bro. It's just water, bro. Went down the wrong side, man. Done me. Arteta water, people are saying. Yeah, vibes tomorrow, bro. I'm telling you, man. I'm gonna be in the 424 hoodie, just hopefully just looking forward to the Europa League draw on Friday, and then we can relax and hopefully watch Man United get knocked out after as well. You're gonna go mad tomorrow if the scores, if we're winning, then it's calm, innit? I don't need to. But if we're 2-1 down and I'm going mental, I will. Raging Bull, is that Robert De Niro? I think I've watched that film, unless I'm confusing it. But I thought it was. If it's the Robert De Niro one, I think I have seen it. Not saying you do, but so many people hate on DT for being Arteta in. Listen, I always say this. I have no problem with anyone being Arteta in, Arteta out. Sure opinion, innit? Sure opinion. All I'm saying is be fair with your opinion. When he's wrong, say he's wrong. When he's right, big him up. That's my opinion. But I'll never say someone's wrong for backing a manager, backing a player, because I know, man, football is all opinions, and a lot of people have different opinions, and that's the way football works. Oh, great save by Mendy. Tips it over the bar. That's a fantastic save. Sponsored by 424. I wish, mate. João Felix cuts inside 2 players there. Aspilicueta and Zuma. It's a great save by Mendy. Tips it over. Is your dad's side of the family Jamaican? Yeah, they are. On any green screen tomorrow. Don't know about that, Don't know about that. Yeah, just imagine a Europa League final against United or Spurs, all English. Oh, it would be unbelievable. Curtis, you seen the Goals film, Best Footy Movies? Yeah, what is it? Santiago Nunes or something. Good films, man. The first one's the best one, I think, when he obviously makes it, man. That's a great film. I remember I think there's 3 of them. I think I watched all of them. Yeah, João Felix, man, I think he needs a move, man. He's not going to find his highest level playing in a team that plays like that. I cannot believe the football that Simeone plays with that team. João Felix and Luis Suarez up front, and you're playing like that. I mean, that's mad. How much is João Felix valued at? I mean, they paid, 110 million for him or something? They paid crazy money for him. Ball whipped in. We all know what happened in Baku, yeah. Who's your favourite sports player ever? Oh, Chelsea could be in. Emerson scores 2-0 to Chelsea. Apologies, I will get back to you on that. Emerson slams it in the bottom corner. Great finish, 2-0, game over. Thomas Tuchel, mate, he's going to get a lot of credit for this, I'm telling you. This is a big win for Chelsea, man. Beat them home and away as well. Got to give credit to that. Very impressive. Favorite sportsman, I honestly don't have one. R9 is my favorite footballer, but I like so many in different sports. Roger Federer, Mike Tyson, Usain Bolt, so many. That was a good finish. Emerson drills it across the Oblak bottom corner. Finishes that like a striker, to be honest. Green Street Hooligans, yeah, I've seen that. West Ham. Simeone, you dirty little. That's a rap like Nando's for real, man. Curtis, remember Meme Machine, Vinnie Jones, brilliant film. Love them films, man. Yeah, when he got locked up, didn't he? And I think The Longest Yard is the same film, but obviously based in America. Adam Sandler with American football. Love them films, bro. Love all them them kind of films. Atletico are bottle jobs. They are focused on winning the league. It's just surprising. He obviously doesn't think they have enough of a squad to compete in both. So fair play. If he goes and wins La Liga, I'm sure he won't mind. And there is the full-time whistle, people. Millwall, yeah. West Ham, Millwall away. Martinelli with the winner to give Arsenal first Europa League. Imagine the scenes. Can you imagine? You think you've seen me going mad in streams. Can you imagine the Europa League final? I'd be going absolute. I don't know if I'd finish the stream. I think the laptop would be smashed. The mic could be gone. It would be done. Chelsea have beaten Atletico Madrid 2-0. Great victory for them. And they're through to the next round. Massive result. Obviously, Bayern Munich are through as well. There's a lot of quality teams in that next round of the Champions League. Obviously, Europa League for us tomorrow. The stream would explode. I don't think YouTube would be able to cope with it. Chelsea through to the quarterfinals. 2-0 victory over Atletico. Tomorrow, people, 5 o'clock, I will be on for Arsenal against Olympiacos. It's a 5 to 6 kickoff. We'll have about 55 minutes of build-up. I may do a 2 p.m. show if there's enough to talk about. We'll look at that. And the preview, I may actually put it out tonight. Yeah, I may put it out tonight. I was going to wait till the morning, but why wait? I will put it out in about, what is it now? Nearly 10 o'clock. I'll put it out about 11:30, 12 o'clock UK time. If you're already asleep, check that out first thing in the morning. Did an excellent preview with the Olympiacos fan channel, Gate 7 International. So check that out tonight or in the morning. I will be back tomorrow, probably at 2 p.m., but if not, 5 p.m. Arsenal against Olympiacos. Thank you very much for tuning in today. Smash a like on the video on your way out and subscribe if you haven't already. Enjoy the rest of the evening, people. Take care, everyone. Bless.